Welcome to my channel. एउटा भिडियो हेरौँ। मलाई एकदम logical, rational मा लाग्छ। His explanations are fantastic. उहाँले बुद्धिज्म, हिन्दुइज्म, क्रिस्चियनिटी को बारेमा आफ्नो तर्कहरु दिनुभएको छ। Let's listen what he has to say. हामी कुनै पनि पूर्वाग्रह नभइकन let's keep our mind open to see or receive new informations. If you don't agree with it, that's fine, but just let's see or let's listen what are the differences and what are the commonalities that we find in different religions.
When you study Buddhism, you will notice Siddhartha Gautama Buddha never once talked about God, and Siddhartha Gautama Buddha talked about nirvana after living a life where you learn to work off your karma by following the noble path. I have a ton of respect for Siddhartha Gautama Buddha. He grew up in a very wealthy home. He turned his back on materialism and he lived the life of a deep-thinking human being who wanted to bring an end to suffering. And the way he thought he could bring an end to suffering was to cut off human desire. And so Buddha taught people, cut off your desire. And if you cut off your desire, you will free yourself from suffering. You know, I disagree with that. I don't think that I can solve the problem of suffering by just cutting off desire. I think that's moving away from reality. What Jesus Christ said is you got to hunger and thirst after righteousness. In other words, Jesus says you better have desires, but you better learn to distinguish between right desires and wrong desires. And so Jesus points out that when you put your faith in him, you're going to desire to clothe the naked, to feed the hungry, to visit those who are sick and in prison, to solve problems. Because God has given you a rational mind, he's given you a conscience, you have the ability to love and to genuinely care for people. Hinduism teaches that all of reality is one, and that the real problem with the world is we live in this illusion of individuality. We distinguish between that object, that person and that person. And so Hinduism teaches you work off your karmic debt and you become one with everything. Jesus Christ contradicted that. Jesus Christ taught that your individuality is a precious gift from God. And Jesus taught that in heaven you will have a new body. You will be you and I will be me. Jesus validated the importance of your personhood. That's why love is real, because we're not machines, we're not robots, we're personal. When you study Buddhism, you will notice Siddhartha Gautama.
Alright,